talk about organs then. Sorry, systems. So the very first system that we were going to discuss was we discussed the digestive system, right? Okay, what is the function of digestive system? Let's just have a detailed discussion on that. What is the function of digestive system? The function of digestive system. No. What's the function? Function. I'm asking. Yeah. The function. What's the role of digestive? What work is done by digestive system? To break down food with the help of enzymes. Okay. Okay. Digestive system. So you have told me certain parts of it. Let's have a look on that. So first of all, there is a mouth. Mouth is mostly known as the oral cavity. Then it is linked to a pipe, a food pipe, which is esophagus, which leads the food to stomach. Then from stomach, the food goes into small intestine, then the large intestine, and the very last part is anus. Okay, these are the general parts that you told me already. Okay, let's talk about the important functions of each part. What does this oral cavity do? Chew the food because because teeth are there. So whenever like chewing, if chewing is over there, so we call it a physical digestion. Now, yesterday we talked about the physical change and chemical change. So, what is meant by the physical digestion and the chemical digestion? What is physical digestion? Okay, what is the physical change? Yeah. How can you define a physical change? Okay, good. Change in appearance, but no new thing is formed. Okay, but not chemically, right? The the substance remains same. And what is a chemical digestion? Yeah, chemical change. What is a chemical change? Okay, a new substance is formed, right? A new substance. A whole new thing is formed from the previous one. Okay, like, yes, yes. Okay, so, okay, let's have a general discussion. We were having a general discussion. I was going into the detail. Okay, then in stomach, there is both physical digestion. Okay, the another name of physical is mechanical. So we mostly use the word mechanical, okay, instead of physical. The chemical. Both takes place in stomach. Okay, when we talk about the intestine, so the first part would be the digestion, the chemical digestion. But the second part or the last part of the small intestine, here a process of absorption takes place. Sorry, do you want to say something? Okay. So, what is absorption? Now, your food is broken down into very small pieces, like it's the simplest forms. The food is broken into a simplest form which the blood can absorb because your body is not capable of absorbing protein. You cannot put protein through your hand. It is not capable of taking in protein. That protein needs to be broken down into the simplest unit, which is amino acid. Okay? We'll learn it. We'll learn it. What is amino acid? We're definitely going to learn it. It can be absorbed by stomach, but protein cannot be. Protein is a big, big molecule. Okay? Now that molecule is broken into a very small piece, which is known as amino acid. That amino acid can be absorbed by the blood. Okay, so that absorption takes place in small intestine. Then from here, the digested food, it goes to liver, and here a process takes place which is known as assimilation. I know these terms are new for you, it will take time, but what I've written here, absorption. Okay, then the undigested food is stored here in the large intestine or in the last part, and through anus it is removed. So you must know these 4 5 terms. Undigested. Okay, so the digested mean broken, digestion mean breakdown. The meaning of digestion is breakdown. So the food that is broken is taken up by the small intestine, it is already absorbed over there. Okay, the food which is not absorbed, that is undigested food. Okay, so here are a few terms which we need to learn, which we need to remember, which we need to sorry. The very first term is the chemical digestion or digestion in generally, mechanical digestion, and then absorption. Okay, okay, chemical digestion take place with the help of enzymes, as you have told me already. So physical digestion takes place by the physical means like chewing. Okay, how does stomach does the physical digestion? Your stomach also contract and relax just like the heart. Heart does the contraction and relaxation. Similarly, your stomach does the contraction and relaxation. Now here there are like certain scientific terms that we need to explain in detail. Shall we go into the detail? Okay, let's talk about mouth, the detail of each part. Okay, first of all, mouth. So we say there are two type of digestion, the mechanical and chemical, right? The mechanical digestion takes place with the help of teeth. The chemical digestion takes place with the help of enzyme, saliva. And what enzyme is present in saliva? No idea? Amylase. So it breaks starch into carbohydrate. So only starch is broken down chemically in the mouth. Protein is not broken in the mouth, it goes straight to the stomach. Fats cannot be broken down by the salivary amylase. Amylase can only break down starch. Can you name some food for starch? Any two foods which contain starch? Bread, correct. What else? Two. You have to name two. Rice, good. Bread and rice. Potato, pasta are the other examples. Okay. Then esophagus. In esophagus, there is no digestion, no mechanical digestion, no physical digestion. Only the food moves down the esophagus with the help of peristalsis. So you don't need to remember this movement, but there is a word called as peristalsis. It's a contraction relaxation. Okay. Now the food is in the form of bolus. Bolus is taken to the stomach. Now what is bolus? That the chewed food, let's say. The chewed food is called as bolus. Okay. This bolus move into stomach. Again, in stomach there are two type of digestion, mechanical and chemical. mechanical one takes place by the contraction and relaxation of muscles. Okay, and we call this process churning. Like to churn something, to to what do we say? To grind something. Okay, you there? Okay. So chemical digestion takes place with the help of enzyme called as pepsin, or you can also say gastric acid. Hydrochloric acid, right, right, right. Hydrochloric acid, that is the gastric acid, which actually causes the acidity in your stomach. So what is its role? Its role is to kill the germs of the food. Okay. The second thing that is included chemical digestion is pepsin. Pepsin is another enzyme. It breaks down proteins. Okay. It pepsin. Pepsin. It breaks down protein. Now that the juice, the juice is known as chyme. First of all, the chewed food was called as bolus, which was transferred to stomach. Now stomach make a juice of it, and that juice is known as chyme. Okay, okay. The digested food, oh sorry, the chewed food from your mouth is known as bolus. Now, after grinding in the stomach, it is converted into juice-like material, and this is now called as chyme. 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 Got it now? Okay. This chyme moves to the small intestine. Okay. Now the small intestine is connected to the liver and pancreas. Here. The small intestine is connected to the liver, pancreas. This gallbladder is for some purpose, and it is connected over here in the very first part. Okay. Gallbladder, pancreas. They are connected through pipes. Look over here. Here is a pipe. So these are connected through ducts. We called it ducts. Ducts. The bile duct and the pancreatic duct. Okay. Okay. So they empty out there whatever they produce. So liver produce bile and pancreas produce another enzyme. Okay. So we'll finish till here. We'll not go into the detail of this one. We'll discuss this detail next time. Let me tell you what we have done in digestive system so far. We have learnt about the chemical digestion. We have learnt about the physical digestion. Physical digestion take place in two parts, mouth and stomach. In mouth, teeth does do the physical digestion by grinding them, and in stomach there is a process known as churning. Okay, let's talk about the chemical digestion. The chemical digestion in the mouth takes place with the help of enzyme known as amylase, and it breaks down carbohydrate into starch into simple carbohydrate. Okay, that simple carbohydrate is basically glucose. Okay. Okay, then in esophagus there is no physical digestion, there is no chemical digestion, only the bolus passes to the stomach. Okay, in stomach, the chemical digestion takes place with two major things. One is hydrochloric acid or gastric acid, which kills the germs, and the second thing is pepsin, which breaks down protein. Now, the food is properly grinded and in a paste format is called as chyme. This chyme moves to the small intestine. The small intestine is connected to three main other organs: pancreas, liver, and gallbladder. Okay? Okay. So we are going to finish till here. We have to stop here, okay? Then we'll discuss the next one in the next class. I'll post the chemistry one homework as well and the bio homework as well. Kindly keep a check on it. Okay, I'll probably upload by tomorrow.